Let's see what we have here. Trade back into that range. Jump into the 5 minute. Let's check euro dollar. See what the euro dollar is doing. Let's do this alt. Just get rid of this one. Change this one to dark red. So we want to see this act as an inverse for what you got now. Let's see. Oops. For the DXY, so let's set 15. 5. Mark with this. For the opacity. So our current target for the dollar index is an expansion lower into this daily fair value gap that we can see here. I do believe within the next 3 minutes, this is where price is going to draft to. So I guess we await the news in a minute. I believe this should push, the news should push the dollar index into this daily fair value gap. And if it wants to go to a higher time frame target, what we can do is, before it happens, really quickly we'll mark up the PD array. And then we have a mitigation block right here. This is a mitigation block which we have. So we'll mark this up as a hourly mitigation block. Oops. This is his first target. We're also inside of this sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. I don't know why all my colors changed to green. Oh yeah, it's because I have use one color. That's why. So we have news hit. So give me a second. I'm just going to see what the news was. Okay, it was good. The forecast for UOM was 60.1 and the actual was 63.9. So we will anticipate this to move bearish. Let's give it a watch. In fact, I'll just put it up on my chart so you guys can see what the news was. There you go. I will now put it on for you guys. This is the news. Let's put some music on real quick. So news just came out. Should expect the move to happen within the next 10 minutes or so. This isn't all that's going to happen because of news. We'll see something a bit more in a second. Check the euro dollar. Euro dollar is traded higher than this inverse gap. Oh yeah, and the targets for the euro dollar I currently have marked out for you guys to see is, just give me a moment. Any giveaways, check the description. If there is any, they'll be there. Current targets for the euro dollar is this 40-day IPDA buy side liquidity, which is basically these highs here. as well as a psychological pricing level of 1.1. These are two price targets I'd be expecting price to reach into. Tapped into this order block earlier, rejected from it. Before the end of today, I'd expect some sort of urgency. These two levels I have marked up. Let's see here. If you guys have any questions, by the way, feel free to ask. The XY should be bleeding. May see a push into this daily busy I had marked up earlier. But if you want to take a trade into it, we have to wait for a confirmation. And I will be awaiting the confirmation right now. What lot size do you use for a 100,000 account? There's not really a set lot size you should be using. It should depend on the trade. You should only risk 0.5%, and depending on how big your stop loss is. Like for example, this could be like a 25 lot trade if my stop loss was here. But then if my stop loss is all the way here, your lot size would be a lot smaller because there's more room. It just depends on the trading, how big your stop loss is in. And yeah, there's no set lot size you should be calculating for every trade you take. Alright, check anything on the trade. It's order block on the 1 minute time frame right here. In fact, yeah, if we can get a push down back into this, I'll be looking to take a long position right inside of this, and it's in there, so I will be taking a long position. Give me a second. Need to enter in my lots. Let's monitor it for a second before we enter. See how it respects this order block. If it respects the halfway mark, which is about here, I'll enter, and if it doesn't, then it's going to void my entry. Entry voided. No entry for it just yet. Dollar index is retracing, probably will be the top about here, which should leave us, hopefully, nice confluence, something along these lines. We have this again mitigation block right here. Oops. My apologies, I think my mouse is a bit wonky right now. This mitigation block right here. What has helped me the most in passing prop firm challenges? Honestly, patience. Patience is one of the greatest things. Patience is a virtue. Account equity now, I think it's 51.05. Let me check. Up 1.5%. 750. Keep waiting. No confirmation for us. And until we get a confirmation that price is bearish, we'll be waiting because we want to trade into this daily busy. We want to take a nice sell position from someone. Waiting. See, that's why we need to wait for anticipation. If we entered here, we would have got stopped out instantly. So you don't jump in straight away. You need to monitor what price is doing until it gives you a reason to enter. We wanted to see it respect this order block, improve the mean of it, avoided our entry. Let's see what we have. A level of buy side right here, and alongside that we're paired with change the color a little bit. So we can take out this level of buy side liquidity and trade into these breaker blocks. Should be interesting. Not breaker block, sorry. Order block. Should be able to find resistance in this zone right here. What do I think about only trading one pair? I think personally it's good to limit yourself to just a few. Nothing wrong in it, and I would say if anything, there's more profitability to be made trading less rather than more. Now, for me currently, I've only been trading the euro on the GBP USD. We're just watching this and to see if this low is violated, because this low was around this sell side liquidity. Then if we see it run on this low, we'd hope to see it run down these lows right here too. Two birds with one stone. Quite choppy movement. The runner we see reach up rather fast, and it's not doing that just yet. Oops. We still have untapped liquidity from these guys right here too. And today, I know my other stream was like 2 hours, I think, 2.5 hours. Today, I'm probably only going to stream for about an hour. So let's see if we can get a trade within an hour that I'm here. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. It's not really shown as an energetic movement, the energetic movement we want, which means chances are this will end up being a boring day of trading. And this daily busy buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency is likely to leverage. For price, I'll give until I'd say roughly past. And if we don't have a confirmation by past, then we'll stick out. See if we have any orange focus. They might shake up a little bit. 12:45 is member Wallace for FOMC, so it might just shake up a tiny bit. If anything, I think it will do more than what EURGBP just did. Oh wait, no, Weller's already spoken. This is wrong. Yeah, Weller spoke at 12:45. 3 was just EURGBP, and the Fed monetary policy report is tentative, which means you gotta listen out for it. See here. Looks like we're moving up towards this order block and to claim this level of buy side liquidity. And I mean, if you guys want to trade into that, which if you guys want to trade into this order block, we'll look for a setup, which means, as I mentioned earlier, we'd want to see this sell side liquidity being taken out from this low there. It's on its way to doing that. See any areas. I mean, this is pure chop. This is just terrible price action. 15 minutes. This is looking terrible. Not opened GG for a while. Let's see. Just clear up my annotations. Start off with the weekly time frame. Have this fair value up right here. Trade it into already. Let's make this red. I'm busy. Daily. Holding above the weekly fair value up on the euro. Yeah. We're holding above it, but I think right now the GBP USD is the stronger pair. Because I mean, let's take a look at them together. Moving lower. On top buy side liquidity. Probably heading to this fair value up, which is the same one what's on the dollar index. This fair value gap that we see here on the EURGBP is also on the dollar index. It's around the same distance from where price is currently. And if we're moving lower on the EURGBP, that means the GBP is stronger. So we're going to be trading the GBP going up. Check the hourly. We still have a partially unfilled fair value gap, so it's this. We filled in most of it. We still have this area of an imbalance, of the price imbalance that's still on top. We want to be monitoring this. Let's see if the DXY wants to trade up into that order block before we move down. Come on, GBP USD, bleed, baby, bleed. We filled in this partially thingy of fair value up as well. This we've just claimed, and this is practically fully filled now. So I mean, it has reason to continue higher as long as the DXY has dealt with what it's going to do. This hourly order block is going to remain untapped, as DXY seems to be content with just taking out this level of buy side liquidity. We'll give it a few minutes before we decide on whether we enter or not. We need to see now. Well, it's doing it right now. We want to see the energetic move down, and then we should be confident enough to enter. So I mean, because it's a news week, I don't really want to take a trade like this. But if it wasn't a news week and I saw this, I mean, really all you need is a 1 to 2, so you target this order block, I guess, as your first lowest hanging fruit. The full trade would look something like this. But again, all you need is a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. Let's see if the dollar index is finished up there yet. GBP is surprisingly holding its place right here. Okay, yeah. So the dollar index, it's gonna tap into this hourly order block. It's showing us the impulse. Again, right now we're in an indecisive range. If we want to see it bleed lower, we have to see it take out something higher. And when it hits into this order block, for example, that's when we'll be looking to take our trade downwards. And if it was to continue bleeding lower than here and get a break of structure, I guess break the previous candle lows with energy, that'd be, I guess, an additional confirmation. We'd rather wait for it to tap into this 15-minute order block. Just think of 30 minutes too. Yeah. Once this is tapped into, we should be safe for sells. And while we're at it, we may as well mark up the mean threshold. So it's 392. Change the color to black, size to 1 pixel, extend it out to match. Right here the fib tool. Now within this range, see if there's any confirmation. We have an imbalance in price inside of this order block, which means this imbalance is likely to be traded to, and this is where I would likely to be taking my sells from. So the trade, once it taps in, would look something along the lines of targeting a 1 to 2 risk to reward. That's all we need for a trade. If all you wanted to make from trading was 40k, what would you do, assuming you have studied 6 months, 12 hours a day? I mean, that's around what I used to study. What I wanted to make was 40,000. What I would do is, first of all, start off actually passing an account, like a 10k account, just making sure I could do that. Then I would try and get myself, not 40,000, I'll try and get myself, call it 2,000, 3,000. And then I'll buy 100,000 account, and then I'll try and make myself 5,000, because 5% on 100,000 is 5,000. compared to on a 10,000 account it being 500. I would be a lot more content with getting 5% on a $100,000 account. So I'll go for larger returns on a smaller account, like a $10,000 account, and I'll go for large returns on a lower account and small returns on a larger account. So make sure you're content on demo first, then start off with the small account, go for large returns on the small account, but then go for small returns once you're able to purchase a larger account. Might as well move this here now. You sit back on my chair. So when the dollar index trades to here, what we'll be looking for on GBP USD is this. Where was it? Was it in the hourly? Yeah, this unfilled imbalance to be traded to, which means again we go into the time frame. On the 5-minute chart, we can see there's a fair value gap along here. So what we're gonna do, we're going to wait for price to trade here, taking out this area of liquidity, coming down into the untapped imbalance. We filled in some of it, not all of it, and we'll be looking to take our buy. We're looking to take our buy within this overlap right here. But for that, we'll need the dollar index to get a move on. Trade would look something like this. I mean, this I know I always say safest to target a 1 to 2, but if you look at these highs, right, and if you are an ICT student, I'd like you to answer this. Both of these highs here, what would we call them? What would we call these highs here? So what you can do for targeting those highs, have your 1 to 2 risk to reward plotted out. So our 1 to 2 is at the open and close of these two candles. So we'll have our take profit still set here, and we'll have our take profit 1 target to be that 1 to 2. Buy side liquidity. Yes, it is buy side liquidity, but these highs are relative equal highs. They're relatively equal, which gives price more reason to trade to it. Yes, you're correct, it is buy side, but they're relative equal highs. That's the important thing here. Meaning, there's more buy side liquidity resting above here. Equal high on buy side liquidity, exactly. So having buy side liquidity, you're correct. The reason saying that they're equal highs, relatively equal highs, the reason that that's important is because there's more reason for price to want to trade up into here, since there's more liquidity. There's this resting buy side, and now there's this resting buy side from these relative equal highs. So we have more of a reason, if price comes down here, to trade into these relative equal highs. So as you can see, we're trading lower. I'm just going to set my limit order on my terminal. So please do bear with me. Or change this to 5.
have here, 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 here. I think 2.5 lots. So slap down the 2.5 lots. There we go. Now we just gotta wait for the dollar to go a little bit higher into this area that we mentioned, this 15 and 30 minute order block. We want it to trade into, we also have this 15-minute imbalance here. We want it to trade into preferably this 5-minute imbalance at the higher end and drop from here. Quad witching, dollar should rally with profit taking on the stock market. Dollar should rally, yes, but you got to remember, the market's algorithmic. We have a level here that the market wants to see, and hopefully the market should see this level. And let's hope that it's today. Let's check the weekly. When's the last time we've had a massive wick like this? So you're saying the dollar should rally, right? Meaning the dollar this week, let's say it's Friday, it should rally. Let's look for the last time we had a decent wick. It was 10th of April. Let's go to the 10th of April. 10. Let me check what news was on this day. I thought the same thing. I'm not sure about it because I'm still learning. I thought the same thing about what, my friend? Just give me a second. I'm checking what news was on the 10th of April. Forex Factory. April. The 13th. For the dollar, we had core PPI. Core PPI was the last time we had a rally like that. And today is only prelim customer sentiment. So it's not like I'm not worried about dollar rallying. Let's get rid of that now because now we know what the news is. We want to see GBP. Is the dollar fall a little bit here? Check what time the contract expires, and if you don't know what quad witching, you don't know what time the algo is trading this day. Only happens 4 times a year. I am aware about different 4 different terms of the year, and I'm aware that right now it's a September contract rollover for the stock market. I believe the contracts went from ESU to ESM to ESU. I am aware about that. I know it happens 4 times a year, but that's not the sole purpose for a thing to rally before it fills the targets that it has set, one of them being this buy side imbalance, sell side efficiency. Another thing is, I don't think the dollar's going to rally before it hits this level of sell side liquidity I have marked up. These 2 lines mark up this level of sell side liquidity. Liquidity. There's too much liquidity resting below here for the dollar index to rally without taking it. It makes no sense at all. Yes, I'm aware of contract rollover. So the dollar index didn't come to our hopeful target of this 5-minute imbalance. Right here. What we did do is we came down into the 15-minute imbalance. That's also in line with the 30-minute order block. If we break these previous 50-minute lows, we're going to monitor it because there's also a fair value gap here. And we're going to see if price wants to trade into this 30-minute order block. So right now we need to pay attention. If it continues lower than the 0.5 of this, then the mean threshold of this order block, we are more likely going to expect price to just pile down into the daily buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. However, if we respect the mean threshold of it, we're likely to see this order block being traded to first before that rally downwards. Turn on floor pivots, you'll see where algos trade. No thanks, I'd rather not turn on floor pivots. Algos are coded to floor pivots, has been and always will be. If that's the case, why aren't you a millionaire if you use floor pivots? You see, the algorithm leads price action, bookmarks. It doesn't trade on something. You're saying the market relies on floor pivots. No, the market relies on itself to create itself bookmarks, like order blocks, like fair value gaps, like imbalances. That's what the algorithm relies on. It relies on itself, not on something other than itself. And you're saying it relies on floor pivots, which it doesn't. If you want to debate me, I'm more than happy to debate you. And all I'm saying is the algorithm isn't coded to something what you call a floor pivot. It's coded to itself. If it was that simple, everybody would be making money. Tom would be telling Dick to tell Harry that floor pivots are a thing, and that's what the algorithm works on. But no. $. I need to see a confirmation before I take a trade. The GBP USD is holding up strong though, again, because of our market up for you guys, so you're able to see it. Surely it's coded on RSI as silly triangle pattern those, right? Yeah, bearish bull flag right here. Yeah, let's sell. I mean, a bearish bull flag. I mean, to be honest, that's probably something that they've came up with as well. See, I don't hate on retail patterns or anything like that. It's just up to the trader. When someone argues about me with the algorithm, it annoys me because when they say that the algorithm works on a floor pivot, it's just baffling. By the way, this is my first time joining the live, and does this happen every day? Yeah, people come in the streams and try and put me down because I'm an ICT student. But I'm completely fine with it. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? Let's see. Where's GBPUSD going? All right. since the GBP USD is looking very strong, if we can close like around where it is currently, I would be willing to take buys. But let's just watch it first before we jump into anything. So we've done two of three things we were asking for. The first thing being this level of buy side liquidity that was just reached into. The second thing we wanted was, we wanted the 5 minute, but the 15 minute works as well. We wanted a fill of an imbalance. We partially filled this 15 minute imbalance, and the last remaining thing that we wanted to see was this order block being tapped. And currently I do not think that the algorithm wants to, that price wants to move into that order block just yet. Do I go live every day? No. So I start my lives at 3 p.m. and I am live every Tuesday, Wednesday and Friday, I believe. Tuesday, Wednesday and Friday I should be live. Tuesday, Wednesday and Friday at 3 p.m. every single week. Well, every single week for the meanwhile, not forever. So it looks like what we've just asked of the pound dollar to do, close around where it is now, for us to be interested in taking buys. We can now trade back down into this gap that it's created. I'll be more than willing to take these buys. What time zone am I in? I'm from England, so I'm on I believe we're in British summertime right now. BST. So I'm in BST right now. It's too warm in England. Right now I believe it's 26 degrees Celsius, and I'm not enjoying it. Live 3 p.m. to 3 p.m. UTC -4. No, UTC -4. New York time. I'm live from 10 p.m. So 10 p.m. till 11 p.m. But then the odd few days I may run past 11. Gotcha. You sounded Aussie. I mean, that gotcha sounded Aussie. Alright, so we've tapped in. I was not tapped in my terminal, so that's unfortunate. But what I will do is I'll just wait for price to come down a little lower into this fair value gap, just to fill in some of the imbalance in price. Hopefully it comes down here. Oops, my mouse is kind of broken right now. I'm waiting for my new one to come. See if we can get something like this. What's my channel name? My channel name is Solitaire_ICT. I haven't SOLATYRE_ICT. I haven't yet posted anything, but I'll be starting a lecture series, and I should be starting soon. Alright, we tapped in a little bit lower. I've lowered my limit order to where I have it marked up on this chart, and I have been tapped in. Yeah, I've been tapped in. So stop loss where you guys see it. That's the trade I'm going to be in for today. It's quite an impulsive move downwards. Filled in the fair value gap to the mean a bit. So now we just want to see price move away, up and away. towards our take profit, which in reality should be a 1 to 2. So we want to see price come towards right here. Let's take a look at the dollar index. It's quite steady. Hopefully, well, what I'm expecting right now is for this 5-minute candle to remain around where it is right now, and the next 5-minute candle, so the next 15-minute candle, to close around here, 377. So this trade should take about 20 minutes, maybe 20-30 minutes. Filled in that fair value gap in its entirety now on my terminal, so we should see price come up to these relative equal highs we have. There we go. Next 5-minute candle, well, next 15, we want to see this one close above this range here. These in a bit higher than these two candles. Let's check the dollar index real quick. Looks like we might see this order block after all. Fair value gap is completely filled. Let's see. My guess is the Euro 2 is bleeding. Yeah, Euro is completely bleeding. At least the GBP is remaining steady in where it is. If you get stopped out, that's completely fine. Yesterday, so Wednesday, I took a loss for 0.5%. Yesterday, I was, well, running on into today, I was up 1.5%. And if this is a loss, we'll be up 1%. So I don't mind that. Do I have social media like IG? Yes, I do, but that's like my personal IG. I have a Twitter, so Solitaire_ICT on Twitter too. If we get stopped out here, this is completely fine. Solitaire_ICT on Twitter. On what platform? I tried to search on YouTube. There is no result. Try Solitaire space ICT. Oh no, Solitaire ICT together. Sorry. Well, you can see we've been stopped out of this trade, and the dollar index has came up into this 30-minute order block that we had marked up. waited, that would have been perfect. I wanted to get in a little bit earlier because the GBP against pound was looking GBP against dollar was looking strong. I was incorrect, and it looks like we are coming to fill the rest of this 15-minute. Was it 15 or was it hourly? Yeah, the rest of this hourly imbalance. Just get rid of this one, and we'll have this hourly imbalance marked up. I am not going to be taking another trade today because I am completely tired, but I have another 10 minutes. So if you can push down here, I'll let you guys into what I would do. But I'd rather not take another trade today. Again, like this, targeting these relative equal highs, but your main priority should just be a 1 to 2 risk to reward. This would be the trade. It'll be slightly higher. Stop loss, looks at these lows. It'll get around this. Yeah, so it's Solitaire ICT on YouTube without the space. This 30-minute order block was tapped into the initial 5 minutes fair value gap, which I had mentioned. This one up here, if I show you, was barely tapped into, I believe. Oops. As you can see, our initial analysis was correct. Got in a little early, took a loss, absolutely fine. So yeah, now we just wait. I don't think the dollar index has any more room to go higher, so we want to see the pound dollar take out this low, trading into what's left of this hourly fair value gap, as you can see here. This much was filled. We want to see it do it now rather than later, which will give you guys an opportunity, and it looks like it will do it now. Let's see. This trade is a if I have to rank it 1 through 10, I would say this is a 7, 8 out of 10. Let's see, filled in that fair value gap. We've got the mean threshold of this order block, and alongside that we have quadrants. If you guys remember me talking about yesterday, quadrants of a range. So we take the high, we take the low. Oops, take the high, take the low, and then we'll add the quadrants. So 2.5 and 7.5. Let's make them black too. We're in the second quadrant of that order block. If we remain below it, we will be completely fine. Handle that loss very well. Respect, mashallah. Alhamdulillah, Allahumma barik for you, my friend, as well. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that one. Our loss isn't the end of it. Me a year ago would have let it spiral into a blown account. But yeah, alhamdulillah, bro. Thank you. At the end of the day, there's no point letting the loss take me down when all it does is rely on God and Allah. He gives me the wins, he gives me the losses, and it's up to me to handle them with what I have in it. So I'm completely fine with this loss. One red day will eventually lead into a green day, right? So as you can see, we've came out of this quadrant right here, and then another thing is that quadrants split up into more quadrants. We take the halfway mark of this quadrant, we see that we remain below it. GBP AUD for a sale. Well, let's take a look at it. GBP AUD should be, this is sells. I mean, Magnon. Check this. See, if I was trading GBP AUD, I wouldn't have even seen this if I was to take sells. It's not something I would like, but I'm just looking for a confirmation to you so you feel better in your headspace. Yeah, I mean, what's previous day's high? Friday, Thursday. I mean, traded above previous day's high, previous day's lows were left intact. I mean, you just want to be careful of this order block right here. Looks like it's already bounced off of it. If anything, I don't know. I'm not sure why he took this trade for sells. We've still got resting liquidity here. We've just took this liquidity. I mean, there's resting liquidity here too. What was your reasoning for that trade, may I ask? GBP USD. As you can see, it's taking off, which is good. And I don't mind missing out on that trade because I'm limiting myself. And in the end, every successful trader has discipline. Yep, dollar index in the third quadrant rejected. Respected the mean threshold or the consequent encroachment. Should look to bleed into this daily. This daily buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Let's give it a look. It's a decent range for it to come down to. So let's from this low to this high. First target would be this fair value gap down here, and then this order block. High was taken or buy side liquidity. Yeah, one area of buy side liquidity was taken on AUSD, but there was a second area to the left of it, and a third area a couple of days before that. So it's a high risk trade. It's a market structure shift also. Yes, I did see that, but the issue is that MSS you was talking about, it traded down into that bullish order block and it rejected off there already, which was the confusion I had. It's a risky trade, and if it plays off, I mean, well done. Me personally, I wouldn't have taken it. Right, I'll just give this another 5 minutes and then I'll close the stream at an hour and 5 minutes. For a confirmation for this trade to continue, what I would want to see is once price trades above this high, creating a break of structure, I want to see this downwards fair value gap to be seen as an inverse fair value gap and price to continue. Euro USD, we still have these targets, the 40-day the buy side liquidity, as well as the 1.1 psychological pricing level. Dollar index rejecting from swing point to swing point. We have this fair value gap, as I mentioned, and this order block right here. These 3 consecutive candles are all considered one order block. USD Canadian dollar, I will give that a look too. Just give me a moment. USD Canadian dollar. Short. Well, I'm guessing you went short from somewhere around here. Let's see when this drawing I had. It wasn't 2016 when I started. I have 3 drawings and I want to know where I drew. Oh, here we go. Oh my god, what was on my charts? So I had this done 1st of July of 2022. And as you can see then, I got introduced to ICT's optimal trade entry. I'm going to keep this on my chart just because of how long ago it was. And it's just a little piece of history. We have this unfilled imbalance. We filled in most of it. I'll zoom out a little bit more for you. We had an imbalance created here, a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. We filled in most of it. We had this gap left. It looks like it's traded into it now. Let's go down to the weekly time frame. Instantly we can see we have this weekly order block as a target. Daily time frame, it would be that weekly order block too. I have no current data for recent price action. So what would be a reason to enter sells? Let's see. We've taken buy side liquidity recently. We've taken Asian lows. Break of structure. Fair value gap created alongside the break of structure. I mean, yes, I was taken down here into the weekly order block is not too bad. History when learning ICT. Yeah, that's a bit of history right there with that USD Canadian dollar. That was from that was a year ago now, 1st of July of 2022, sorry. When I first, I was like halfway through learning ICT. Alright, came back down to entry. Just take a look at the dollar index. Still around that order block. Want to see an expansion away. I did have this mitigation block from earlier. We've hit one target, which was this order block. We want to see this. I will expand lower. If it doesn't, next target would be this mitigation block, and it's also in the premium of this range too. But too close to this daily buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency to just leave it. Yeah, so I'm going to tell you guys what I have on my charts real quick, just so you guys can see. Maybe add it onto your own charts. Yes, give me a second. So I have this daily fair value gap. We have this resting sell side liquidity. We have drop down into the hourly. Take your Fibonacci tool from high to low, swing low. Sorry about that. From high to low, 0.5. Alongside that, we have the mitigation block. It wants to continue higher. We have breaker here, as well as this liquidity void, which we can use inversely. Because we're ICT, we can cut through candles, unlike smart money. On the 15-minute chart, we're still watching this order block to see if it wants to go past it. It's respected the quadrants, and it's respected the consequent encroachment. On GBP USD, there's this, which I will watch, which is what I am watching. The reason being is on the hourly time frame, as you can see, there was a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. We didn't quite fill it in completely, so we measure whatever was left of it, being this candle's low, so this candle's high. That's what's left. We traded back into it. On the 15 minutes too, it's also a fair value gap at a break of structure. Fair value gap alongside it. Just barely traded into it right with this candle's low. And yeah, if dollar index trades higher, tip an eye on this mitigation block, because that's likely it's going to be its next stop. If we expand lower now, breaking past this order block, chances are we are likely to see price trade into this daily buy side imbalance, sell side efficiency. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this knowledge with you guys. It's up to you to do whatever. Thank you for watching. I did take a loss, but next week we'll be back stronger. Have a good one, guys. But before I end the stream, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I try and answer them. No questions, I take it. All right, thank you guys for joining the stream, and I will see you again next week.